All right, everybody, it's time for the week 3 podcast. Now, I'm not in my normal recording studio up in Idaho Falls. I am currently in Oahu, Hawaii. We've had this family trip planned for like a year, and it's been a blast, like an absolute adventure, and I'm so grateful to be here. Family trips, and especially trips to Hawaii, they always kind of recharge the batteries and give you some perspective. And I'll be honest, the whole time I've been here, I have not been able to stop thinking about how excited I am for the future of this group and how just blown away I am by the efforts, the energy, the commitment, the drive, the excellence that every single one of us is putting forth this year. Like, we are breaking records, we are crushing numbers. Guys, so far this week, and I took these stats a couple hours ago, so they're already old, but so far this week, we're over 1,000 accounts as a company. Guys, it's Thursday morning. Well, I guess it's probably Thursday afternoon in Texas, but early afternoon. It's crazy. 3.5 days of work, and we've done over 1,000 accounts. Some other shout outs to share. Currently on the weekend, again, these are a couple hours old, and these are scheduled revenue updates. Okay, I like to do these podcasts Monday, and then we do them off service, but these are scheduled revenue. Bridger Swafford is over 25K on the week. Costner Chaffin's at 23K. Ryan Plant is at 22,500. Ryan Pay is at 21,000. Guys, we have 4 people over 20K, and we're halfway through the week. That is crazy. Jeff Hatch is at 15K. That's unbelievable. When I look at scheduled revenue over 10K, we have 25 reps who are already there halfway through the week. If that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what will. That 10K number on every week is important. And rookies, you especially should pay attention to this. If you can average 10K a week right now, that puts you on track to crush the team leader benchmark, the trip benchmark, and do over $200,000 on the summer. You just have to do 10K a week starting right now, and it's all possible. So the whole time I'm on this trip, I'm just spam checking stats and trying to respond to texts, and I've had several recruiting calls, and I'm fired up. I hope every single one of you as well, because what we're doing this summer is special. What we're doing this summer is meaningful. What we're doing this summer is different. And every single one of you matters and is important. And we need you on the team. We need you committed. We need you selling at a high level. We need to execute. Guys, this group, we're going to break records. We're going to dominate the industry. We're going to change the trajectory of our lives, all because we work a little bit extra. We do a little bit more. We commit a little bit deeper. We go a little bit bigger. We're going to do it together. One of my favorite sayings is that it's really hard to do hard things alone. Okay, I don't know if any of you have ever tried, but it's hard to do like 75 hard when you don't have anyone doing it with you. It's difficult to run a marathon if you're by yourself. It's difficult to do. I did a 3-day fast last week with Mitch and Josiah. It was really hard, but without those two, it would have been nearly impossible. And this summer is maybe the perfect example of that. I don't know if anyone's ever tried, but if you've tried to go out and knock doors by yourself, you're the only one doing it, it's freaking difficult because you're thinking about what all your buddies are doing and what's happening at home and blah, 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 blah. But when you do it with a team, when you do it with the right group, any hard thing, it all becomes easier. It all becomes more manageable, more stomachable. You get fired up to do it. It almost becomes fun. It becomes a game. You're competing. We're doing hard things together, this team. We're all going to be the best version of ourselves, and we're going to do it together. We're going to commit on another level. We're going to work harder than we've ever worked. And we're going to do it together. So trust that when you show up and you didn't want to, there's a dozen other people doing it also. Trust that when you work extra hours on a Saturday, there's other people doing it with you. Trust that when you're getting doors slammed in your face, you're not the only one, and you just got to keep going. All of us were committed this year to do more than we've ever done and to excel at the highest level, and that gets me fired up. I believe in that. Guys, when I get home, I'm pulling my kids out of school and I'm moving to St. George for like 6 weeks to 2 months. I don't really know yet. It's been an adventure figuring it all out, but we're excited. We just booked a little townhouse for the family down there. I'm gonna travel out to areas during that 2-month period. I'm gonna travel from St. George, but I'm committed. I want to learn everything EnviroGuard has to offer. I want to deliver at the highest level. This group is special and we're going places. Every single one of you should be more committed than you've ever been. And if you can do that, you're going to win. You're going to win big. Ethan Dunbar. Okay, a lot of you guys know Ethan Dunbar. He's been my executive assistant for a long time, and he helps out with everything. He does Sneak Easy. He does a lot of stuff for us. Ethan is driving to St. George Monday morning to learn, or maybe Sunday night. I don't know when he's going, but he's going to learn everything he can about the business so that he can operate at the highest level, help us optimize routes, everything like that. I've got texts from Emily right now blowing up social media. Like everything is clicking and this group is going places. So that's the start of the week 3 podcast. I'm going to keep this week's podcast a little bit shorter, but it's going to be good. Few more shout outs. Okay. On the week, Waco is at 266 accounts, Tyler's at 122, and San Antonio's at 101. 3 teams in the triple digits. That's awesome. Contract value. Okay, we have some really phenomenal examples of contract value. And guys, as a company, we should be targeting over 900. So we do have some teams that are below 900. I'm not going to call you out by name on this, but you know who you are. We've got Pensacola at 1,005, Fort Myers at 934, Corpus Christi at 936. We've got Amarillo at 916. We've got Austin at 904. Now, guys, contract value is simply a function of stating a higher price, of anchoring high. If you can anchor $10 higher when you start out on that monthly service cost, well, guess what? You're going to end up $10 higher on wherever you end up. If you pitch it at a 109 up front, then you have room to price drop down to a 79. Guys, if you start at an 89, you're going to end up price dropping down to 59. People do not buy at a certain price. They buy after a certain number of resolve ace closes. They buy after a certain number of objections. Do not shop with your own wallet. Anchor high and pitch a high price because EnviroGuard delivers. We give the best service in the industry and it's worth every penny that these people pay for it. So if your contract value is below 900, bump that up. And we're going to keep working on that throughout the summer. My goal is for us all to end around 950. I think there might even be a little bit room before that. And guys, we've got Pensacola who's doing it. They're at 1,005 right now. That's freaking awesome. It's funny because Texas, it's all basically the same. And so when I look at these and I see Corpus Christi at 936, and then I see Tyler, Texas at 775, I know that it's just simply the Corpus Christi guys pitching it at $10 more per month. And the Tyler team, you guys are missing out on $150 per account by anchoring a little bit lower. Now, again, it's the softest call out in the world. I get it. It's hard. I've been there. I grew up in the age where contract values were, 420, and that was good. I remember a summer where my average contract value was legitimately like 395. So I understand that it can be scary. But trust me, anchor a little bit higher, you will not sell less, and you will boost your revenue by 10 to 15%, which guess what? When you boost your revenue by 10 to 15%, that's more money in your pocket, and it makes a big difference. So trust me and try it out. Try it out for a day, try it out for a week, anchor just $10 higher. It'll be worth it. San Antonio is also at 926. Nice job, San Antonio. Multi-years, we're at 58% as a company, which truthfully is pretty good. I'd like to see that over 70%. We're going to have some great incentives right around the 70% mark. Guys, multi-years are really similar to average contract value, where it's just how big is your courage? Do you anchor high? Okay, do you anchor high and say, it's a 24-month agreement and then price drop as needed, or do you just go straight to the 18 or the 12? If you anchor high, you can sell a high percentage of multi-years. Last year, our top rep had like 85% multi-years, and it was well worth it. Multi-years retain at a higher clip. The data shows that you'll get paid on 5 to 10% more if you anchor with those multi-years. So every single one of them is worth more money in your pocket. And again, one thing I love about EnviroGuard is we all have the chance to be a business owner here. We all have the chance to grow and do our thing and make it happen. And you got to anchor high and do what's right, because that's what's right for the business. Sorry, my kids walked in the room. What was I talking about? Multi-years. Nope. Yep. Multi-years. I also ate some cereal. Multi-years, okay? I saw this Golden Door guy the other day sharing a data point. He said, if you're not anchoring with multi-years, you are 100% missing out on deals. Because if you anchor high, that does give you flexibility on the more difficult sales to give them the just try me out for a year pitch. Okay? If you're already at a year, you can't go to the just try me out. And so you are 100% missing out on deals if you don't anchor at a 24 or even a 36-month agreement. A lot of people will just say yes. And when they do, great, you got a multi-year. But if you need to drop down to the 18-month and then the 12-month as an ace, as you're going through this resolve ace close process, do it. It's one of the most powerful price drops you can possibly come up with. So guys, make multi-years a big priority. And then service to sales. To be truthful, I haven't quite figured out how to track service to sales perfectly with our new systems. So I'm excited for Enzy and everything else because service to sales is perhaps the most important data point that we've got. It doesn't help us to sell revenue that doesn't end up getting serviced. In fact, it hurts. It costs bandwidth with pest routes and, all these other things, and also service pros having, stops on the route that don't end up getting sprayed, and then you're missing out on same days. Service to sales is incredibly important, and we as a company should shoot for 90% sales to service ratio. Few things that'll help with that. Number one, do the approve. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but if you can get a customer through the approve welcome video survey, you have almost 100% chance of getting that customer sprayed. Like literally a 100% chance. So number one thing you can do to help service to sales ratio, do the approve. Number two, book them for the next available time slot. If you've got same days and you've got one that's 30 minutes or an hour out, book that one. Don't book them for tomorrow morning. Those time slots are super valuable. Don't book them for the 6 p.m. when everyone's home. Those are super valuable. Book them for the next available slot. And you got to be considerate as a team, and you got to plan and strategize together, but make sure that you're operating together to book the next available slot, because it'll help a ton with same day availability, which same days help a ton with sales to service ratio. And then number three, and Mitch sent out an update about this. I believe it's going to be hard coded into the apps. It should be, but you should never send a sale through that doesn't have auto pay on file. Okay. I've had like 10 and a half years of selling now. And on all 10 and a half of those years, I don't think I've ever sent a single sale through that didn't have payment on file. It takes a little bit extra work, but that is how you solidify the sale, and that becomes a paying customer. Any account that you send through that doesn't have payment has like a 75 or 80% chance of not being a paying customer. Statistically accurate. It's crazy. Those accounts just aren't worth the stop on the route because they don't end up paying the bills. And you are the salesperson. Talk them into it. Build a little more rapport, collect payment, and send it through. Those are my 3 tips for sales to service ratio. Now, I want to do some housekeeping stuff really quick. Last week I talked about these same things, so a lot of this is going to be a review, but bear with me. It's really important, and we learn from repetition. Okay? Kindness. We call ourselves the good guys. I want us to be kind in every interaction. Be kind with the office staff and the people who are on the corporate team of EnviroGuard, service pros, branch managers, area managers, anyone reaching out to you for anything. Be ultra kind. Use your pleases. Use your thank. Kind, grateful, ethical, honest. Look out for each other. People work here because they feel important and cared about. Okay, we're the good guys. That's our whole brand and logo and energy right now. It's got to be true. So be considerate, be kind, be grateful. Be financially savvy. Okay, Mitch and I are going to do a real estate call Monday night at 8 p.m. So everyone get geared up for that. It'll be 9 in Texas, 10 on the East Coast. We don't have anyone on the West Coast yet, but be considerate. I'm a little all over. Be financially prudent. Okay, this group, our second banner, is that we're going to be the most financially savvy of everybody. We're gonna get rich knocking doors, and then we're gonna build wealth by owning real estate and owning branches. Build wealth. Okay, that's what it's all about. Be smarter with our money. Work the hardest, do the most, keep our commitments. Okay, we're gonna go big with that. We're gonna work the hardest, we're gonna excel, and we're gonna win. I talked about that last week. We're winners. Right now we're winning. We're at 1,000 accounts halfway through the week. We've got 4 dudes over 20K halfway through the week. We've got 25 people over 10K halfway through the week. And only half of the sales forces showed up. It's crazy what's possible with this group. We're going to win at the highest level because we're winners. We work hard. Social media. Okay, I've talked about this a couple times on the different calls. Guys, when you see an EnviroGuard rep posting, and they're trying to get traction. Okay, I think about Tucker, for example. He posts a lot out in Alabama. We should all be engaging with that content. Make sure that you comment. Make sure that you like it. Okay, the company pages, the shoutouts page, the EnviroGuard EGPC page. We should all be engaging, resharing, liking, commenting, supporting each other. It helps everybody. And as we build momentum and as we recruit and as we build this thing together, that helps more than you guys would think. So put yourself out there, be vulnerable, share something. One of my life philosophies is create, don't consume. Don't be the person that only consumes on social media. That's super lame. Be the person that creates. And when you see someone else creating, engage with it. They're a part of your team. Support them, especially the company pages. Okay, we've got these awesome company pages that we're pouring a lot of money and time and effort and resources into. Make sure that you engage with those pages. It is well worth it. Like it, share it, comment it. That's how you'll recruit. No negativity, good teams vibes. Look out for each other. Enzy, reminder that everyone should download the app Enzy, E-N-Z-Y. Make sure that you log into that as well. Use your login. If it doesn't work, we need to reach out to your team leader and have him connect with Emily, and I believe she will help out with that. Make sure you're all in the group me. And then a final reminder, approve. Okay, the goal is to have approve operating at a high level within the next week. We want to have at least 50% of our deals going through approve. And we're going to come out with a video shortly that kind of shows that, but we've talked about it several times now. I hope you guys have genuinely tried it. If you haven't, team leaders, this is a message for you. Go through it in the morning meeting. Okay, show the team how to use approve. Data shows that that'll help our accounts retain at a much higher level, even 10% higher, which is, going to be millions of dollars in commissions over the next few years. Okay, as we get better and better, as we ramp this thing up, 10% is significant. Millions of dollars in commissions. So please take that serious. Please utilize approve. And then a huge reminder, we talked about this a little bit last week. Guys, you're always being recorded. Okay, we already had one instance where a sales rep had a negative interaction and it got recorded and it went a little bit viral on social media. Okay, don't do dumb things. Don't walk off and curse out the customer. Don't get into a negative interaction with the customer. You don't win. Negativity brings zero positive results to anyone in the company. Don't be negative with your car partners. Don't be negative with other people on the team. Certainly, do not be negative with customers on the doors. If someone is confrontational, just move on. If someone's yelling at you for a no soliciting sign, don't smart mouth them. Just say, hey, I'm really sorry. Move on. We're the good guys. Be willing to say sorry and just move on. Do not do anything that could get you in trouble. Okay? Don't do anything that can get the company a bad review. Zero negative interactions. And remember, be conscientious of this. You're always being recorded. I've had a lot of sales reps do a lot of dumb things and get recorded for it over the years. I've had guys get recorded peeing in yards and stealing no soliciting signs, and it's not worth it. Don't do dumb things. Every interaction throughout the day, you should compose yourself in such a way that you think, I'm being recorded and a lot of people might see this. My boss might see this. My mom might see this. My girlfriend might see this. My future manager might see this. My kids might see this. Whatever it is. Compose yourself in such a way that you think, I'm always being recorded, because you are. Everybody has Ring doorbell cameras. Everyone has security cameras. Now, thought for the week, and then I want to share some tips and tricks and a short story. Again, you'll have to forgive me. It's a little bit shorter this week. I'm a little bit all over the place. Okay, I call this the second week slump. So something that I've noticed, and some of you might be experiencing this, there tends to be a trend in the door-to-door space where you'll have a rookie or a team get out, and the first week, it's just ding, 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 clicking on all cylinders. Okay, people are fired up, they're energized, they're excited, they're selling at a high level. I can't tell you guys how many rookies I've shadowed over the years, and they're just so excited and chomping at the bit that I sit behind them and I'm like, that pitch was terrible. It was not good, but that guy got a sale. How did he do it? It's because he transferred energy. He conveyed emotion. And the customer, even though the pitch wasn't great, could tell how passionate the sales rep was about the product and the service and everything else because they're excited. It's new, it's engaging, it's exhilarating. Okay, and then you'll see these sales reps all of a sudden kind of have a slump. I call it the second week slump, but it could be the second month slump. It could be the second year slump. It could be the third week slump. The point is, once that excitement kind of wears off and the emotion dies down a little bit around the job, and you start having those feelings of like, man, I've knocked 200 doors a day for a week now. I'm kind of tired of getting told no. And that emotion, that energy dies down. Okay, the sales start to taper off. And then sales reps start to think, well, what am I doing wrong? Has my pitch gotten worse? Guys, your pitch never gets worse. You only get better, okay? You're practicing this thing all throughout the day. in real time, live on the doors. It doesn't get worse. You get better at overcoming objections. You get better at overcoming smoke screens. You get better at closing. You get better at saying the same words thousands of times. What changes and what can hurt, what can create a slump is your energy, your engagement, your emotion, your belief around it, your attitude, your mood, your mentality, your aura. Okay, customers pick up on that and it makes all the difference. So guys, trust me, if you're struggling and you did really well a few days ago, it's not that your pitch all of a sudden is buns. It's that your energy is buns. So get the mood up, get the vibes high, be grateful to be out there, be excited about the job, and you have to conscientiously make that decision. I really believe we as humans can consciously decide to be in a better mood. Hormozy actually talked about this. I'll send the clip out because it's really good. He said, if we can just decide to be in a bad mood for no reason and people accept it, I'm just in a bad mood. Why can't we decide to be in a good mood for no reason? Why can't we decide to be in our best mental state for no reason and go out and crush it? And guys, I've worked on that a lot over the years and I've gotten a lot better at it. Okay, it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy or that you're gonna bat, you're not gonna bat 100. Like it's hard. Sometimes you will struggle a little bit with energy and emotion, but you can turn it on. And if you're in a slump, if you're feeling the burn, if it's your second year and you're like, why was I selling better as a rookie? I trained a lot. It's your energy. It's your emotion. I remember distinctly my first summer team leading. Okay, this was a long time ago, a dozen years ago. We had a kid named Alex, and Alex's first week, he crushed it. He did like 15 accounts, and everyone was blown away because his pitch wasn't good. But you would see him, and he was happy. He had a giant smile. He was energetic. He believed in what he was doing, and he would literally like bounce from door to door. Like he was just fired up to be out there. His girlfriend dumped him. Hard thing. No way around it. He had some other crap come up. I don't remember what. But all of a sudden, his sales just fell off a cliff. And Alex, who did 15 his first week, I think did like one deal his second week, bailed like 4 days in a row. And all of us are like, ugh, what happened to Alex? And Alex is like, I think my pitch got worse. And so I trained with him in the morning meeting and I'm like, his pitch is fine. It's better than it was last week. And then I see him, okay? We're knocking areas next to each other. And I see him across the road and I watch him for a couple doors. And guys, as he walks door to door, this is his body language, okay? His head's down, he's dragging his feet, shoulders are slumped. Just looks dead. Looks like a freaking zombie out there. And I'm like, dude, no wonder this kid isn't selling. No one wants to buy pest control from a depressed, boring, sad, unhappy, angry door-to-door salesman. No one wants to buy pest control from that guy. And people are, it's crazy, but you'll see it. People are ruthless and mean when you have bad energy on the doors. And you can have a guy in the same neighborhood across the street who's got good energy and he's fired up and he's happy and he's conveying enthusiasm to people. And they're the nicest people in the world. It's never the neighborhood. It's you. You determine the energy you get back by what you put out. So guys, if you're going through a slump, trust me. Keep working on your pitch, yes. But make the decision to be in a good mood. Bring the energy. Even if you need to fake it till you make it. Manufacture it. Watch a pump-up video. Drink an energy drink. Call someone you care about. Social connection helps a lot. Spend 5 minutes on the phone with your mom, your cousin, your friend, someone who will make you feel better. And then get back out there, and it's crazy the better results that you'll get. Sharpening the axe works. You got to have a well-oiled pitch. You got to keep getting better. You got to train. I'm not discounting or discrediting that. But the second week slump doesn't come because your pitch got worse. It comes because your energy got worse. So if you're not selling where you want to be, turn on the energy, turn up the smiles, turn up the engagement, be enthusiastic, and remember gratitude. I am so grateful for this job and everything it gives me. Focus on gratitude while you're out there. You'll be blown away by what it does for you. Focus on energy. Couple quotes I want to repeat to you guys. You can do hard things. Nobody said this job would be easy. We all said it would be worth it. It's going to be hard. Accept that and choose to do the hard thing. Consistency is rare. Intensity is common. A lot of people can go out and bang hard for an hour. They can work hard and focus for an hour. Can you do it all day? A lot of people can do it for one day. Can you do it for 6 in a row? Can you do it all month? Can you do it all season? Be consistent. Continue to train. Don't renegotiate with yourselves. I will persist until I succeed. Bridger talked about that this week, and it's just been thinking about it all the time. If you never quit, you cannot lose. Even if you're not where you want to be right now, persist. Persist until you succeed. I truly believe every single one of us can be great in this job. Persist until you succeed. You can have everything you want out of life. You can't have it all right this second. You got to work for it. You got to make sacrifices. You want real estate? Go make money. You want to be in the best shape of your life? You got to diet. You got to exercise. You want to make a lot of money? You got to knock the doors. You got to train. You got to work the hours. You can have everything you want in this life. You just can't have it all right now. It takes time. It takes sacrifices. Most people overestimate what can happen in one day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 summer. Underestimate what can happen in 10. Play the long game. Be consistent. Continue showing up. Guys, I'm blown away by where my life is at. And truthfully, I never imagined it was possible. I wasn't someone with this big vision and, high hopes for being rich and successful, and I just wanted a good life. And I'm someone who showed up every day for a decade and then kept showing up. And guess what? Great things have happened. Great things have happened. And I'm so, so grateful for that. And I'm so proud of it. And I'm so fired up. Every single one of you can have that. Keep showing up. Most people overestimate what can happen in 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 summer, and underestimate what can happen in 10. Keep showing up. Now, the story I want to tell that has a little principle, and I'll end with this. Okay, it's a funny story. I tell it every year. So the story goes, there's 2 guys. They're urinating in a public restroom. These guys were next to each other, which we all know breaks bro code, but they did it. Okay, and I don't know how it happened, but one reached into his pocket. I think his phone was buzzing. And as he pulled his hand out of his pocket, a $5 bill fell into the urinal and he peed all over it. And the guy next to him sees this happen. And he goes, that's unfortunate. Guy number 1, he then proceeds to pull out his wallet. This is a long urination. Pulls out his wallet and he grabs a crisp $100 bill. And he throws the $100 bill in the toilet. And he pees all over it. And guy number 2 sees this happen. And he goes, what? What in the world? He goes, the first one was clearly an accident. That was only $5. This second one, you did that with full intentions. That was on purpose. Why did you just pee all over a $100 bill? That was crazy. Guy number 1 says, well, to be honest, it wasn't worth it for me to reach into the toilet for just $5. Didn't want to do it. But $105, I'm definitely grabbing that. I had to increase my buy-in. Ha! Guys, increase your buy-in. If you're not where you want to be right now in the summer, up the stakes. Increase the buy-in. Okay? What does that mean? How do you increase the buy-in? How do you commit at a higher level? There's a lot of different ways. Number 1, you can spend a little more money. You can throw the $100 bill in the toilet. Okay, you can buy the Segway. Segways are worth it. Studies show, I'm the studies, you will sell more if you have one available to you. You don't have to use it every single day or every single hour, but if you can use the Segway for go backs and spot knock a little bit in the morning and rip through area and get to more doors in a day, you will make more money. Guys, you can pay a Segway off with 1 or 2 deals. It's easy. It's going to get you 10 or 20 on the summer. Buy the Segway. If you don't have money for it, you can finance it. It's crazy. They let you finance everything these days. I'm not saying that's good financial advice, but if it helps you make more money and it increases your buy-in, if you go, crap, I just spent $600 on a Segway, I better work hard, it will pay itself off. Okay? Do extra training. When you get home at night and you're tired and you don't want to, watch the Mazer sales training videos. Practice with your roommate. When you're driving out to area, listen to a podcast. Commit to knock full days on Saturdays. Heck, I've had people knock on Sundays. Again, I'm not saying you have to do these things, but if you want to increase your buy-in, if you want to sell at a higher level, do something more, additional, above and beyond, bigger, better. Move forward. Increase your buy-in. Urinate all over the $100 bill and make the conscious decision that no matter what, you're going to show up, you're going to double down, you're going to make it happen. I had this real estate guy, okay? I'm a real estate agent, and he taught me something, and it was funny. But he told me that I should never go into a summer with money in my savings account. He's like, you should never go into into a summer with any kind of savings, any kind of safety net. That's a little bit crazy, okay? But the principle applies, and here's why. He said, if your belly's full, you'll never go out looking for food. If you've got enough, you'll never go out wanting more. Guys, that's why I invest in real estate at the level I invest in it, because I want to stay hungry. And truth be told, I have to work. I have to show up. I have to make money because I have leveraged myself. I've increased my buy-in so that I can continue to show up and work and work and work. And I'm building something special. And all of you are doing that. I look at my brothers. I look at Mark Wilmore. I look at Aiden. I look at the branch owners here at EnviroGuard. I look at Mitch and Josiah and Ethan and Parker. Everybody has increased their buy-in. And that's why we're selling at such a high level right now. That's why everything seems to be clicking and we have good energy. And even when there's hard days, it's not like any of us are throwing in the towel. We're doubling down. We've increased our buy-in. I look at Ryan Pay. This deserves to be mentioned. Ryan Pay did $50K last week. I've never had a sales rep do that. But guess what? Ryan Pay increased the buy-in. He doubled down. He showed up when no one else wanted to and was knocking earlier than he's ever knocked before. Increase the buy-in. Think about that. As you guys are knocking today, as you're driving to area, increase the buy-in. Maybe how you increase the buy-in is you say, hey, I've only been pushing through 2 smoke screens. Today I'm going to push through every single smoke screen until someone shuts the door. Every single objection until they literally shut the door on me. Maybe that's how you increase your buy-in. But whatever it is, do more. Throw the $100 bill in the toilet. I promise it'll be worth it. Guys, I'm so grateful for this job. I believe in what we're doing. I'm committed. I'm in the freaking hotel room and my family's at the beach right now. My wife's a little bit unhappy because I'm not at the beach. But I believe in what we're doing and I'm committed. I want this. I want this bad. I want us to win. You guys are on a winning team. Double down. Let's make it happen. Let's have a great week. I appreciate you all. I care about you all. God bless. Let's get after it.